Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
They go play action. Mayfield steps away, and he'll just get rid of it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Mayfield.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He finds his man. Complete. It's Powers. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
To the air again, Smith. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, Smith. He finds his man. Complete. It's Powers.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Smith.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Smith throwing again. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Well, races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
2nd and short now following the fumble. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing, Mayfield.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield.
Phillips has it running the out route. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A field goal will get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Sets him up nicely, first and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield looks to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield.
This ball complete to Rager.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Mayfield.
He'll get this right back to Rager.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now here's another interception.
And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's the gain of 5. Brings up third.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but Davis Price hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Houston set to take over. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to the 25.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A first down throw for Mayfield.
Rager catches it left side.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he will find his man on the outside.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.